All right. Alright, so I'm trying to finish out Grim here tonight. She's CR 84 now? 85? We'll see in a minute. At the same time, I'm trying to get a feel for whether I like the Strider over the Sokol. The Sokol is pretty strong, so that's a hard feat to top.
Take down the dog. Under fire. Secure. Well done. Objective sighted.
There's a guild shipping container nearby. Get to it before they do. Bring down the dogs. Container secured. Well done. We'll put it to good use.
Move on that objective.
Alright, nothing good here. We'll head up to the winery and do Oscar. I still need to finish maxing out the Strider. It's exotic, but I don't have any skills on it yet, so I'll be looking for explosive bullets. I just feel like that cranks out so much damage on the Strider, it's worth it over Sharpshooter. But if we get Sharpshooter, that's okay too.
There's a guild command center nearby. Clear it out and kill the commander.
Use your C-Link to override and I can fry the charging station from here.
Hey, Lek, how you doing? Doing some meta testing tonight. Be maxing out my first Prestige 3 operator.
There's a quarantined command center nearby. Stop the toxin from getting out.
Yeah, I'm 85. I've got two... Actually, I think I just maxed out my exotic. So I must have 3 nightmares left. So looks like I'm in the same boat you are. Just ran through with the so-call and just ripped the bear apart, so I want to see if I can get a comparison with the Strider.
Tracking an unusual field signal, can't pin it down. Need you to investigate.
Oh, 4th. Oh, yeah. No, this is my first one. I haven't even prestiged another character yet. Yeah, it is time consuming.
There's a shipping container nearby.
Definitely.
Might be useful. There's a guild shipping container nearby. Get to it before they do. There's a shipping container nearby. Might be useful. The guild pulled one over on us. You'll get it next time.
Although I did a bunch of weapon testing this week where I could have prestiged, but I didn't just to save some time on my testing. So I wasted a lot of time on my prestige efforts, but... yeah, it's a grind for sure. I'm already kind of looking forward to the Season 4 Reloaded. I want to see what that new skill track can do. But of course that's going to come with another glitch fracture and another operation, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to do over the next month. In Season 4 Reloaded, they're doing a new skill track. I think it's Guardian. But it basically like reduces the damage you take. It counterattacks. So if an enemy does damage to you, it takes damage itself. There was a couple other things that were looking pretty good. They outlined what the skills had in the patch notes. I remember looking at it.
You're approaching a guild command center. Clear it out and kill the commander.
I hate that it won't let me hack the laptop if I have to reload.
Got it. But it must be using some kind of cloaking device. Maybe we can jam it. Stand by. Using the data to pinpoint the signal's exact location.
Tried the Killanova with the shotgun shell. It's pretty good. Yeah, I got the Killanova, but I never got that special the shotgunification or whatever it's called. Sounds kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know if it would be any better than the reboot.
Move on that objective.
You approach the guild command.
It's tough that they nerfed the explosive rounds. There's not a good alternative to the reboot anymore. Like before, like any sniper with explosive rounds could clear a crowd if you wanted to, you know? Now it's like, you can still kind of do it, but not as effective. So now the reboot is that much more powerful. Because it's really like that and the arrow to clear crowds. There's not a lot else that can't compete with that. Am I even on the right one? Probably not.
Retard, take cover.
It's gonna die before I can even get here.
Control down. Good work. We set back the guild's cloaking program.
Alright, well, I don't want conductive shot, so I guess I'm just staying.
Taking fire.
We did the guild strikes. Do mega.
Marking target location.
Let me go do mega before we run the guild. The SG-12 actually doesn't do a bad job of clearing hordes now. Obviously you don't want to use slug rounds, but if you just use regular shotgun rounds on the SG-12, it's not as good as the reboot, of course, but...
That's the grenade.
Excuse me. This mega is gonna die in record time.
Cluster out.
Yeah, I had the special version. That's what made me actually try it, because I just picked it up. It has, it had long shot on it, something like that, so it gives it good range. There we go. For Radiance, long shot, graviton rounds. I'm gonna keep the so-called though. Alright, let's
Taking baseline.
go make another run here. Yeah, so what do they got? Like, is it officially 20 named exotics now? I see that in for Radiance all the time, too. I wonder if that has, like, a boosted chance because it's new. But otherwise, if there's 20 exotics, then that's a 5% chance for any particular one you're looking for. And the more they add named exotics, the
glitch exposing the command node is close.
the bigger that pool is and the smaller chance it is for each individual. So finding the reboot, hyper surge, anything in particular that you want is going to get harder and harder. Am I playing with randoms? No, not tonight. I just run a solo. I might do a like a viewer stream, or you know, playing with viewers. Maybe next weekend, something like that. I'll announce it ahead of time so that way people know and they can tune in.
Objective: remain inside safe zone.
I found the reboot, I want to say 5 times. The first 2 I didn't know that it had grenade bullets, so I didn't care and I just let it go. I'm kicking myself now. And then, since then, I found it 2 other times in like back-to-back cases in the same game. It was crazy. So obviously I only picked up one of those. And then I just happened to find one when I was doing the operation on step 10 when you have to fight the bear in the cargo. The cargo mission, whatever. He actually dropped a reboot for me. So I found it 5 times, but I've only picked him up twice. Can I run? You can get me killed. I'll just die.
Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated.
Only got the shotgun once and the kill Nova twice. Only got the reboot 3. Oh, I just read that, yeah. Been grinding to find it all day. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to find one. Because basically the Sokol and the Strider kind of fit the same purpose.
Prepare yourself.
More boss killer than anything else. It'd be nice to have a horde clearer. I mean, honestly, the Sokol is so strong right now, it kind of took the place of what the Ion used to be. Just does it all.
Objective, remain inside safe zone.
I've got sharpshooter with shrapnel rounds on this one. If it had mortar, it'd be even crazier. By the way, I didn't realize how good Echo Shell was. This is the Sokol LMG. Yeah, just got answered. Ion's still to go. I don't know. It's still good. I don't want to say it's bad. I just don't know if it's number one anymore. This is not a loadout Sokol, it's not a hyper surge, it's just, I think it was a legendary that I found in tier 4. Obviously it gets the job done, but I absolutely hate the scope. Like I'm hip firing an LMG, you know. Yeah, Echo and Shatter Shield, yeah, that's what I would like to get. I've been stuck with Celebration, which is fine, you know. But yeah, I'll trade that for Shatter as soon as I can. That's why I don't like the field acquisition ones. Yeah, I mean, the Hyper Surge isn't bad, it's got a regular, what you call it, holographic sight. It's a little obstructive, but it's not this. I'm like, what is this, 4x or something? This is crazy. If you guys don't know, get up here. Just lay into them. Take forever. The best nightmare skill? I would say Phoenix Burst. And then after that, either Frost Vortex or Chaos Rounds are good.
Corruption eliminated.
The number 2 skill is kind of up in the air. I would say between those two, though. But definitely, Phoenix Burst would be my top pick. As far as the
Corrupted data sectors detected.
best glitch fracture to run, the fastest is probably still Link Forger. You can get through Root Crasher pretty quickly too. This one is easy, it just takes longer.
Objective: secure the zones. Be advised.
So I mean, if you're concerned about possibly dying, you know, this one is probably really the easiest one to manage. But it takes longer.
Be advised. Zone available.
Yeah, Link Forger. That's usually what I do. The bear is nice to test the high damage guns on, just because it gives you a good idea of how long it takes to kill them. Whereas, like, Link Forger, with the high damage guns, I can kill the Disciple in like 30 seconds. And then, if I've got Eagle Eye, I can one-shot Skybreaker, so it's like, you don't get to do a lot of testing with that, you know? Turn my back while I'm reloading, let him hit Turtle Shell.
Be advised. Zone available.
Sorry, I had to ban a bot over on Twitch.
Objective complete. All zones secured.
I have been seeing that a lot, but I can't get that to work on me. But then again, it's a skill track that do it.
Objective: eliminate severe corruption.
The, not sure what you meant. The turtle shell thing, or one-shotting with the Eagle Eye? Because he can do that. Eagle Eye lets you one-shot Skybreaker, and just about one-shot the Rhino in the virus injection too. It's less consistent, but you can do it. You got to set it up though, you know. Eagle Eye, you got to be point blank, bulldozer. Use your last couple bullets so you get the low ammo bonus. Crap. And of course I'm running the wrong direction. He's gonna get all his health back. Yeah, one-shot Skybreaker, the biggest thing that makes a difference is Eagle Eye. You want Bulldozer also? And then one of the big snipers with explosive rounds. So you could use either the Strider, the VS Recon, or the Hawker. And then what you do is you got to make sure you hit him in the head at point blank range, and like while you're waiting for him to spawn, just kind of empty your mag so you only have like 1 or 2 rounds left, so that way you also get the low ammo bonus, and that'll be enough to one-shot him. Usually you don't even need the low ammo bonus, it's just fun to see the bigger number. Where's the other beehive? I don't think I've ever seen it in the tree.
Eliminated. All corrupted sectors purged.
You didn't disappoint, Soja. You've taken down a command node, but the fight's not over yet.
Alright, so yeah, I've already got Chaos Rounds and Phoenix Burst, so pretty much I'll just max these, and I'll be good to go on him.
The more command nodes you take down, the closer we get to finding it. Get back out there and take down more nodes by purging those glitches.
SoCal is definitely putting in work here. Yeah, I'm kind of confused where the mannequins come into play, but it's basically just a swarm kind of thing. I guess they use a different enemy instead of the zombies. I don't know. I need a drink. I'm going to see if I can get a ad break going here while we're between games, and I'll be right back. Ad break on Twitch, which honestly I don't even know if anybody's watching over there. Oh, Bay Holland, you're over on Twitch. I'm sorry. We'll have an ad coming up here if I can get it to launch. Can't do it from mobile. Oh, pain in the butt. I could have ran down and grabbed my drink and alright. GG, gotta head out, no problem, man. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Maynock Roy, hey, namaste. I gotta bring up my stream manager. If I don't run the ads, it'll just run them in the middle of my game anyway, so it's worthwhile just to go ahead and manually run them. There we go. Okay. It's not going to let me run an ad break now after all that. I recently ran an ad. I don't remember doing that. Normally watch on YouTube, wanted to hear the music. Yeah, it's worthwhile. All right. Well, I will be right back. Give me 30 seconds. Just going to go grab a drink real quick. And actually, let me queue up. Yeah, perfect timing. Look at that. Oh, you're the one that told me. All right, I couldn't remember who told me that, but yeah, perfect. I love that spot, man. I've been using that so much now. That's like the perfect replacement for the church tower. I'm not going to be adding friends right now from chat. I just kind of want to keep that boundary. I will likely be doing like a viewer help stream pretty soon. B. Holland, thanks for the follow on Twitch, by the way. But rather than adding friends and joining a party that way, what I'm going to do is just open up my party and I'll share my party code so you all can just join that way. I'll make an announcement before I set up that stream though, that way you guys know when it'll be and you can join in.
Got a checkpoint nearby. Eliminate all enemies and weaken the guild's foothold. There's a guild shipping container nearby. Get to it before they do. Take down the dog! Well done. Container secured.
So yeah, for those that are just jumping in, thanks for joining. Basically tonight we're just maxing out this operator. She's just about done with the maximum prestige level. I'm 86 now. I do want to replace one of my exotic skills. Celebration. I'd rather get Shattered Shield in that place, but otherwise she's pretty much good to go. I'm using Grim, and she's got Berserker, Bulldozer, Eagle Eye, and Daredevil. So pretty much suits my playstyle perfectly.
Objective sighted.
There's a guild command center nearby. Clear it out and kill the commander.
And Basically, just need a couple of nightmare skills to finish it up.
HVT down.
And while I'm doing that,
Harder to replace.
obviously running through with the so-called mainly, but I want to test out a couple other guns. Right now I've got the Strider 300. So I want to put explosive rounds on that and see how that does.
Taking fire.
Got a guild convoy nearby.
In my
Whatever it's up to can't be good.
explosive
Break it up.
versus sharpshooter testing, I found the
Field has charging stations.
Strider
Take 'em offline
had
and disrupt their ops.
a basic crit with without Eagle Eye. It had a basic crit of just over 60,000. So adding Eagle Eye and then getting like point blank bonuses and everything on top, the thing could be a powerhouse. Now, as I've said before, Eagle Eye increases the damage the same way for all guns, but when it's got a max damage of 60,000 per trigger pull, and then you double it, and then it's also point blank, you know, those numbers start doubling really fast. I'm just wondering how well it works against these bosses without having sharpshooter. So we'll see. Have I tried the new VX Compact with sharpshooter? I have not yet. I unlocked... I started doing the event. I did all the endgame challenges first, so I unlocked it. And then I went and did multiplayer, so I've been using it in multiplayer. I did all the Warzone stuff today.
Stop the toxic.
I still have to do zombies. But I haven't used the VX Compact in Endgame yet. No, not yet. But I've heard it's pretty good, so... it's on the list of things to do. I just got flinched. What? The ADS, I have combat ready on right now. It's just like instant. It's crazy. Kind of jarring. Which actually, I gotta turn my crosshair on. That'll probably help with that. Sorry if you're getting a camera full of my arm. There we go. Alright. I don't know if y'all use that, but my monitor has a center dot. It's a little more visible than the one in the game. So I like to turn that on. Yeah, the prestige mag on that gun is awesome. I saw somebody put a video up, I think it was GNG? I'm not sure what he goes by. I am stuck. What the hell? Jesus. He put up a video, didn't he? And it looked like it was doing about either 1,000 or 1,500, something like that, per shot with sharpshooter. And with the rate of fire that it has, that's pretty strong. Get rid of this combat ready explosive bullets. That's what I wanted. Give me a target here. Watch this. And I miss. Point. Ah. 300,000. 300.
Can you still read me?
150. Ah. 700,000. I like it. Alright, we doing
Not
Tyrant
sure what
next.
I'm looking at.
Where's the other guild strike? Okay. So yeah, this gun's gonna hit really hard as long as you can get a critical shot. So obviously on like guild strike bosses,
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
yeah, Oscar, it's not gonna hit that hard. We'll be fighting Tyrant, T-Rex here. Unless I'm hitting him in the eyeball, it's not gonna do that kind of damage. But you know, for the glitch fractures, that could be significant. So we'll see.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Try that
Nice
out.
work. Find the next one.
Made light work of that Titan.
Find the next one. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
You can hear a mauler, it must be outside. Yep.
Nice work. Find the next one.
And that's the problem with the snipers though, is it's a little harder to hit that critical when they're moving around.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
The last one.
Nice work. Find the next one.
I didn't even shoot him.
Something's coming.
Oh, that was
and
it,
it's
okay.
big. Fucking shoot it!
Yeah, it's so hard to hit. And that's where sharpshooter comes in handy. You don't have to worry about that. I thought that was a hit. Somebody was already on him. thought that one was a hit too.
Can you still read me? That's clear. Radar levels are dropping. Good work down there.
Frost cloud. I think I'll just keep celebration. Alright. So now we go here. You guys already started it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Crits on that Shadow Overlord. I don't know. Those cap though. It seems like it always does 40,000 no matter what. Be interesting to see that.
I've traced comms to a guild officer in the AO.
This one's usually Shadow Lord, isn't it? Yep. And I miss. Oh, leave me alone. What the hell? You know what's weird is this is a loadout Strider. I don't know why. I think that was 311 right there. I don't know why it's got the scope on there. I definitely have a red dot. Unless all my attachments got knocked off. Yeah, they did, because on my max ammo is 14. I should have like 20 rounds too. Alright. I lost all my attachments after the last game for some reason. Alright, I'll keep the Graviton rounds. That's it, right? Nothing to do? We do a Mega?
Taking Waypoint.
Been doing that a lot since the Season 4 update. It always did it a little bit here and there, but I feel like almost every game now I'm having to redo my loadouts. Which is annoying. Any lasers? No, of course it's not. Don't have the red angle. That's the big advantage to sharpshooter, is that it doesn't matter what angle you have, whether you actually hit them in the head, it does crit damage. It does it often. You don't have sharpshooter, you gotta be the perfect angle, you gotta be facing in. Otherwise you're just doing like a couple hundred damage. There we go, so 98, which is pretty good. If it was more reliable, that would be better. Alright. We'll head off and do Command Killer again here. I want to try to give the Strider more work. Let's see how that compares.
The glitch exposing the command node is close. Good luck in there.
Connect your C-Link so I can overheat the station.
Chris Miles with a new sub over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Danger. Corrupted data sectors detected. Prepare yourself.
Oof.
Objective. Remain inside safe zone.
The explosive rounds definitely don't do as much area damage as they used to. I think that makes a big difference between these guns and like the Ion with explosive. At least the Ion is a 3-round burst. So you get that, you know, 3 hits of explosions. Hipfire.
Safe zone sector secured.
What exactly is the Amalgam's crit spot? Doesn't seem to be easily hit. What just hit me? Got nearly one shot there. See, the so-called would already have him at half health. That was more reliable. It would be a lot better. Stuck on. So I would still prefer sharpshooter versus the Amalgam. Whether it's, you know, a sniper rifle with sharpshooter or the so-called, but...
Corrupted data sectors detected. Prepare
Dana
yourself.
Dietrich, how you doing? I just broke one of your operators. Even though I watched your video, I'm bummed. Oh no. Starting another, hope they fix that bug soon. Yeah, that's awful. Took an exotic skill at 11, yeah. Gotta be careful. It's so tempting, because it's like, oh yeah, get started early.
Remain
But you
inside
can't do
safe
it.
zone.
It's even worse that, you know, it affects them, apparently, even if you're reset a skill. So it's like, you can't even change your mind, you know? That's what sucks. Like, it's bad enough to have to be, you know, so disciplined that you can't take an exotic skill too early. Like, that's a penalty already. But then if you know, you choose your 3 or 4 skill tracks, and you're not allowed to change your mind if once you take an exotic or a nightmare skill. That just kind of defeats the whole purpose of being able to reset a skill, you know? Cool, 300 damage hip, 300,000 damage hip fire. Just repeated. That's fun to do, but it's not as practical. It does suck. Did it happen on like Prestige 3? Not that it makes it any better or worse, regardless what prestige it is, but yeah, putting all that time in there and then you can't even use them. And then when they fix it, like, I guess the next time you go in, you'll be able to pick your last skill, but it's like, I don't know. Like, what exactly are they going to do to fix it?
Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated. Danger. Corrupted data sectors detected. Prepare yourself. Objective. Secure the zones. Be advised. Zone available.
So this gun is just a boss killer only. And I should have used it on Oscars to see how it did.
Be advised. Zone available.
Third prestige, yeah, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I mean, yeah, hopefully they do fix it soon. Like, that's... I would assume they're aware of it. It's pretty big game-breaking bug there.
Be advised. Zone available.
Honestly, though, even just that the existence of the bug makes me like hesitant to prestige my operators. Just because it's so tedious to have to go through it the way I did just to make sure I get the skills I want, because I know I'm not going to be able to reset. And I'm not going to want to, you know, skip my exotic skills until, what, 72 or whatever it is. Just to be able to reset and hopefully get the skill that I want. So instead I have to go through the BS of, you know, pray you get one skill you want in exfil, pray you get another skill you want in exfil, you know, it's like, it's tedious enough, don't make me do that, you know?
Objective complete. All zones secured. Objective. Eliminate severe corruption.
Yeah, I gotta break that honey off his face so I can get a crit spot. It's gonna take forever. I don't know if that's just at a certain HP or if you can actually shoot it.
Just a grenade set.
Just speed that up.
They hit me.
But again, the so-call would have had him nearly half health already. Or at least through the first beehive phase. Honestly, a little disappointed. I was hoping it would perform better. There we go, 700. Now I can't seem to get crit spot. Oh my god. Shit's annoying. Yeah. Easier with a red dot. I've zoomed in so far. When you can hit it, it hits hard. Honestly, I wonder if the red dot would make a difference there. I always wonder if these blades coming down would actually do damage if you can time it. I'm wondering, is that doing 700 or 70,000? I'll have to play it back and slow that down. I think it's 700. I mean, that's strong.
Severe corruption eliminated.
It's just hard to hit.
All corrupted sectors purged.
I'll try it one more time, make sure I have my
You didn't
loadout.
disappoint, soldier. You've taken down a command node, but the fight's not over yet. Karma was able to identify a central command node. It protects the entire Guild's C-Link network. The more command nodes you take down, the closer we get to finding it. Get back out there and take down more nodes by purging those glitches.
Alright. Let's see if it'll let me do an ad break on Twitch.
Taking waypoint.
Oh man, it must have run an ad in the middle of the game. I'm sorry, guys. It says I recently ran an ad. Sorry, guys. Ads on Twitch are new for me, so I need to... It's supposed to allow me to run an ad, and then it won't run, like, pre-roll ads when somebody joins, or run them automatically during the middle of a game, like it must have. I wanted to try to time them for between games, so you wouldn't miss anything. Alright. Yeah, I don't have any of my attachments. I knew something was up. Alright, well, let's build it quick here. Use the ELO, the muzzle, using the new one for a little bit of fire rate. The barrel, this one you don't want to use a damage. If you look at the barrel here, your normal headshot damage is 896. If you put the damage barrel, it drops it down to 672. It drops the head damage in favor of like neck and upper torso increases. So the whole point of using this gun is to get that max crit damage, so you don't want to drop your headshot damage. So I don't use the damage barrel on the Strider. I'll just give it some ADS speed. Under barrel, I use this one to get rid of the idle sway. Magazine, you want the big mag, 12 rounds. Rear grip, same thing, ADS speed. The stock, I think I go for ADS movement speed, this one. And then quick bolt. I could do 6% ADS speed. I don't know which is faster. Rear grip is 10%. We'll use that. The barrel is 4%. Alright, so I'll use the laser. 5%? I thought it was 6. Still better than 4. Alright, so we got that. Lost a camo too. Oh, you know what it is actually? Should just go to blueprints. You're probably right. But no, see, I had it with the new camo. Or maybe because I just changed everything, it overwrote. But I think putting the camo on it is actually what causes the bug. So then, if you haven't done these, the new event camos, they're pretty nice. This one is from Warzone, and this is the one you get out of Warzone when you do all the weapon types. It's pretty nice. All right. So we got the weapon build. Explosive bullets, graviton. I want to get rid of graviton. Over here we got sharpshooter shrapnel. So I'll be focusing on getting rid of graviton. And I'd like to replace the SoCal if I can, just so get maybe a reboot would be nice. We'll see. Alright, let's do it again. Anytime now. My biggest takeaway after playing multiplayer for a couple days to do the camo challenges for the event is the amount of time wasted between games with the play of the game, the winner's circle, then you gotta load back to the menu, replaces the lobby, then you gotta load into the next game. I swear you spend as much time in menus than as you do playing.
Nearby. Might be useful. Bring down the dogs.
I'm hit.
And honestly, I think that's what turns me off of multiplayer.
Well done.
Because I used to
Put
play
it to good
multiplayer
use.
all the time. I mean, before Warzone, of course, that was all you really played, right? And then since then, it's just they kill it.
You're near a guild checkpoint. Clear it and loosen the guild's control on the area.
There's a shipping container in the AO. Might be useful. Bring down the dogs.
I'm hit.
Container secure. Well done.
Oh, we got
We'll put it to good use.
collateral. That's the second time I got that in a row.
Incoming frag.
Alright. Couple new subs over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Got Michelle Brea. I apologize if you're in here and I'm saying it wrong. Hadiel? Hadiel Herexus. Could just be from watching the videos. They may not even be in here, but I want to give a quick shout out. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that subbed, by the way. I appreciate all of you. Especially the regulars that are in here watching me stream. Hanging out with me instead of playing on your own. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Guild convoy ahead. Let's teach them the meaning of road.
Red line. Don't see too many of those anymore. Alright. And we'll make our way up to Oscar. Nobody up there yet.
Move on that objective.
Convoy targeted.
The guild has charging stations nearby.
I did that once in
Hate
front of a
if they went
convoy,
online.
and the timing was perfect, and the convoy ran me over.
Toxic gas in the road.
Game over
Override
that
the quad
quick.
that's spewing it. Watch your vitals.
So watch your surroundings. Don't get run over by the convoy. It's like it didn't even down me. Like I didn't even have a chance to use crash cart or anything. They ran me over and that was it. Back to the main menu. I was like, wow. Been run over a couple times, yeah. Earlier I hit the surprise shipment and it didn't show the exotic case, it was under the dog. I've had that happen. You can like see just the outline of the yellow or gold showing through and you can't open it. And then by the time the dog's body
There's a
goes away,
command
the
center
case is
nearby
gone.
leaking toxin. Find the source and shut it down.
I've actually got stuck inside the surprise shipment door. So you know how you run up to the crate and the doors
Coming up
blast
on a guild
open?
Convoy. Bet we could use whatever they're transporting.
Obviously, you know, it was a bug or whatever, but my character got stuck like inside the door. I couldn't back away. I was able to kill the I think it was the bots that spawned at the time, but I couldn't leave. I had the dashboard to get out. So now I'm very careful when I go do a surprise shipment. I make sure I'm standing back far enough that I'm not going to get stuck. Oh, look at that. So much better. Still missing, but at least I'm not zoomed in. Frost isn't any better. Alright, what's next? Mid-map.
Marking target location.
Ad break? Oh man. Didn't miss much. I tried to re-roll Graviton rounds, I got Frost
There's a
rounds.
shipping container nearby. Get to it before they do.
And you probably can't even hear me if you're in the ad break.
Bring down the boss. There's a shipping container nearby.
Alright, ad break should be
Might
over
useful.
now.
The guild brick.
Tracking an unusual guild signal. Can't
Yeah,
track it down.
I know, you get this boring black soul call. So you didn't miss anything with the ad. I tried to re-roll Graviton, I got Frost round, so I just kept Gravitron. But, yeah, at this point I'm probably not going to be on long enough for another ad break. It's supposed to be about every 30 minutes they'll run about a minute and a half ad, something like that. What I'll do next time is as soon as I go live, I'll just run an ad, and then nobody's usually on when I first go live, so it doesn't really matter. And then from there, it'll be every half hour. I can usually time that with in between games. How did it do against Oscar? Not very good. It was doing about 7,000 damage per shot. I just turned and started shooting a mimic instead. See if we get a exotic case out of him. But we didn't. And we got the Mauler swimming here. Tase me, bruh. Hit his arm. 40. Yeah, see, it's capped. No matter how hard your gun hits, you do 40 on that weak spot. Not even a regular weapon crate? That's crazy. Oh, that one wasn't capped. Yeah, 40,000. Shot rounds. There, I'll just grab a Tron. And then we're doing right wing. We get down there fast. Looks like this guy might be grabbing it. It can be a rough one to get solo.
You're approaching the guild command center.
Hey, Gamer John.
On the guild's mystery center.
You hit it.
Marking location.
Yeah, we're doing alright.
Checkpoint nearby. Eliminate all enemies and weaken
I've
the
been running
guild's
Command Killer, just maxing out my operator here. Just about maxed. I do have to get better. Oh, good, it's right here.
Objective sighted.
I've got Celebration for one of my exotic skills. I'd like to replace that with Shattered Shield. But other than that, the build's going good. I've been trying to see how well the Stratter does. So far, unfortunately, I've been kind of disappointed. It hits hard, but without Sharpshooter, it just doesn't crit as often as it could.
Weapons free.
Marking waypoint.
So we'll run it one more time. Yeah, Grim's my only Prestige 3. I was talking a little earlier, I was saying I could have probably prestiged another operator up earlier this
You're
week.
near a guild checkpoint. Clear it and loosen the guild's control on the
I spent a
area.
lot of time kind of doing some of the testing with Sharpshooter and Explosive for the video this weekend. And while I was testing, I was using maxed out operators that had those guns ready to go. And if I prestige them, I would have had to spend time getting them back up into, you know, exotic rarity and making sure the operators were...
Good luck in there.
Can I not climb?
Use your C-Link to override and I can fry
There we
the
go.
charging station.
Getting their CR back up so, you know, it would have max damage capability. So in the interest of time for testing, I didn't prestige those operators, but during that time I could have. But yeah, right now Grim's the only one that I've prestiged, and she's max, just about max now. So one down, however many to go, 25. I won't be doing it on all of my operators, but I figure I'll just keep going until, you know,
Data sectors detected.
the game's life cycle is done, and however many I get done, I get done. You were playing zombies earlier and discovered the Mustang and Sally's are beyond OP. Yeah, more than the reboot. Yep. But can you imagine those in Endgame? And that's why they don't let us get it on the 1911. Can't have it on Akimbo. One round had 2 Xerxes, took them both out in 6 shots. Yeah. With Phantom and Mega. I haven't tried a melee build. I've heard it is fun. And Phantom's the way to go with that. I didn't realize there was even a barrel there. So yeah, I mean, the numbers are strong, but I mean, you don't need big numbers against these kind of mobs. And, you know, the rate of fire, this isn't fast enough. And then, you know, the saving grace would be if it was a boss killer. But because you can't get the critical hits on Xerxa right away, it just doesn't stack up. So I think Sharpshooter ends up being better. And then to that point, I think it's just the so-call does better.
Safe zone sector secured.
They 3 punches to kill the manglers and mimics. Were you doing the barehanded or with a melee weapon? I can't really blame the scope. It is a little easier. got him to this halfway point now. But I'm still not reliably hitting crits. Why am I double firing? Alright, that was definitely better than the last time. Having the red dot scope definitely helped. Melee with gun? Okay.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, I've got all that. You know, Gamer John, the only way to run snipers now is Berserker's fire rate increase, rapid bolt, and the new muzzle brake. I've got all of that on. You know, it shoots faster, but
Remain inside safe zone.
you know, it's not automatic, you know, and not only do you have to shoot fast, but you got to make sure that every shot counts, you know. And I was saying on my last game, like, even, you know, okay, explosive rounds, but they nerfed how much damage the explosive rounds do to nearby enemies. So now it doesn't even, like, do crowd control. Like, it knocks the other enemies down, but I can't rely on the explosions to kill a group, you know? This one has explosive on it, yeah. And it does way more damage. I forget the exact number, but the explosive rounds had a crit damage of about 60,000. And with sharpshooter it was 25,000, something like that. So I mean, it's a significant boost with explosive, but if you can't get the crit, what's the point, right? Because you can use sharpshooter and it's easier to get the crit. You're doing less damage, but if you're getting the crit more often, it ends up being better. Especially versus the bosses, where it's actually hard to get a crit and it matters. You know, against these kind of trash mobs, it really doesn't matter if I crit, right? But against the boss, it matters if I crit. Especially Zursa, that takes, you know, 4 or 5 minutes to kill. You need those crits, or otherwise it'll take you 10 minutes. It's like I want explosive to be better, but it's just not in practicality. I feel like I'm quick scoping a multiplayer. And these bugs, it's like they move every time you aim at them. So the so-called kills him in just about a full mag and a half.
Objective. Eliminate severe corruption.
Get out of here. So this, we're not getting any crits. I'm doing about 6,000 per hit. I'll be here all day doing that. Whereas the so-call, I mean, it's just no contest. Yeah, I did that. Have you got the camo for completing this with the 3 operators? Yeah, I did that the first night. Honestly, I was surprised how easy it was to do this glitch fracture right off the bat.
Danger. Corrupted data sectors detected. Prepare yourself. Objective. Secure the zones. Be advised. Zone available. Be advised. Zone available.
So honestly, I think this kind of... I was looking at the Strider as a possible meta contender. Just given the potential for it to crank out damage. And honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in its performance. I'm thinking So-Call is still on top of my list. I'll give the Ion another shot. I haven't really... I gave it a quick damage test. Just to see how it worked with Explosive and Sharpshooter, but I didn't actually like take it into a glitch fracture or anything. So I'll give that an actual run and see how that goes. I'll do it with both Explosive and Sharpshooter. I guess I'll do the same with this one. I'll give it a shot with Sharpshooter as well. But I just feel like if I'm going to use Sharpshooter on a sniper, this gun did 25,000 per trigger pull. The Ion can do about 36. Why wouldn't I use the Ion? Yeah, I was actually disappointed with the skins in this glitch fracture. The other glitches, the skins were a lot cooler. And then seeing the promo material, I thought they looked better than they actually were. When I actually got the skins, I was so disappointed that it was like a green color with the red accents. I thought it was black and red, which would have been a lot better in my opinion. But it wasn't. It's like this weird green color. I don't know. I think it would have been fine if I realized it was that green color from the beginning. But just expecting the black and red, and then getting that weird green and red, I was like, what is this? Ion absolutely destroys. Yeah. With sharpshooter now. I mean, it always did, but it was even better with explosive, in my opinion. But now... Alright, let's see. Now that I've got a gun that I can actually aim with. Get this honey knocked off. Not get stuck. Oh! Well, hello there. Let me do... I'm trying to think where a self-revive is. Yeah, that's one right there. I was so focused on getting the crit, I just let him smack me. A lot easier to hit with the red dot. What? I almost feel like I need decoys to get the mobs out of the way so I can hit him. But it's like you gotta time his gait too, like the way he's running. Wasted shots just to get that one for 700. Was that a 1.5? I mean, it's fun seeing the number, but it's just not as effective. I'll give the eye on a shot though.
All corrupted sectors purged.
I think that was a 1.5 mil though. That was pretty nice.
You didn't disappoint, Soja. You've taken down a command node, but the fight's not over yet. Kama was able to
Frost
identify
Vortex.
a central command node.
I'm
It
gonna
protects
go ahead
the
and
entire
upgrade Phoenix
Phoenix
Burst.
network. The more
So that
command
maxes
nodes
her
we take
out.
down, the closer we get to finding it. Get back out there and take down more nodes.
My
by
ammo was
punching those
red, yeah,
switches.
so it gave me that additional bonus, yeah. But it's not reliable, like... You know, like the Skybreaker, you can line that up, right? He spawns... What I've realized, if you haven't done this before, is when the Skybreaker spawns, he actually, like, floats in the air a little bit. So the first couple times I went to do the one-shot on him, I would aim at his head when he first spawned, but then he drops like 6 inches down, whatever. So my first shot would always go right over his head. It would miss. So now what I've learned is when he first spawns, you kind of aim at his chin or his neck, and then he'll drop right into your headshot, and boom, you get the one shot. But here you can't do that. You know, the bear's running, so he's going like this, and you know you're moving through the terrain. You know, I don't know, unless your aim is better than mine. You know, it's just not as easy to line up. It's just not as reliable. I'm going to pause a bit because of the ad. I'm going to pause a bit because of the ad on Twitch, so I want to talk about that. But yeah, it's not reliable. If you could line that up and be more reliable with this gun, obviously that damage is undeniable. It's there. It's just being able to actually do it. 30 seconds on the ad on Twitch. Again, this is why I'd like to have my own control over those ads. My apologies. All right, ads are over. Horrible timing for the ad there. Can the Ion one-shot the Skybreaker? It used to. Let me go back to your other mention. You know, you mentioned the ammo was red. Yeah, so let me get that big number, but it's just not reliable. I was talking about this while the ads were going, so I want to recap it for you. But, you know, like I was saying, with the Skybreaker, you can line him up and you can always one-shot him every single time. But when you're playing the Command Killer and you're going against the bear, you know, he's running around. He's constantly moving, so it's hard to line up that headshot, you know, on his, basically the side of his face. But not only is he moving, but you're moving. You can't just stand still and line that up. If you do, you run the risk of getting downed, like it happened to me near the dock. So yeah, I mean, bottom line, obviously the Strider's got the potential to put up those huge numbers. It's just not reliable. So I don't know if I could ever recommend that over like the SoCal. And I'll test the Ion as well just to see how that fares. But I really hoped that, you know, you get more reliable damage out of the Strider, and unfortunately it's just not there. But to go to your other question now, can the Ion one-shot Skybreaker? It used to in Season 3. You absolutely could. Using explosive bullets, shrapnel as your other mod, and you know, all the usual. Because they took the headshot damage away from explosive bullets and they specifically reduced the damage on the Ion, I don't know if it can anymore. I would be surprised if it could, but I can test it. It's easy enough. If you stand on the box, Zursa just comes to the box and sits there waiting to die. Does he really? Then you got to destroy the hives and just go right back to the box. No shit. I'll have to try that out. Early today, when it hit surprise shipment and the Zata case was invisible under the dog, I swear you saw you passed one. I might have. Somebody else mentioned the same thing, so maybe I did run by one. But yeah, that's happened to me before too. I could see the exotic case, but I couldn't open it because it was under the dog. And then by the time the dog's body disappeared, the case despawned too. So it was like a waste. Box on the right of the house below the window. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. Always miss the one burst with the red ammo because of what you mentioned. Yeah, the way Skybreaker spawns. Yeah, he spawns. Or do you mean the bear? Yeah, because of the bear hopping up and down. But yeah, Skybreaker does the same thing. When he spawns, then he drops down, and you got to aim for that. So I did read with Xersa, Ballistic Shield definitely helps. Yeah, you can do. What's the trick? Something with Supply Link and is it Tactician or something? Allows it to respawn, not respawn, but recharge quicker. So you can have the Ballistic Shield up almost a whole match apparently. Helps control with consistent crits. Yeah, I bet that would work better. He'll stay at the shield's edge. Yeah. Might be worth trying though. All right. I am going to end it here, though. Unfortunately, I apologize. Everybody's just kind of coming in and chatting now. I feel bad, but I do have to work in the morning, so I've got to call it. But yeah, I'm going to keep doing some testing here. Next video I want to put out is kind of a meta review of what the best guns are. So it's kind of why I'm pushing to figure out what works best. Obviously, we know the SoCal is great. We know the Ion is good. I was hoping the Strider would be in there, but I just don't know if after that performance if I can recommend it. All right, but yeah, I will call it here. And yeah, we'll do some more testing. We'll get another video out early next week. And I'm going to try to stream again Tuesday. I think I'm settling into kind of a rhythm of like every other day, like Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then take a break on the weekend for streaming. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you guys have ideas on other videos or questions you want me to look into, let me know and we'll do that. AK with sharpshooter and the barrel is pretty strong. I did some testing on that in season 3, so I plan to look at that again now with the new sharpshooter rules and see how that matches up. But yeah, it's definitely strong. All right, I am signing off though. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys. Have a good night.